5 years ago, one of my agents really wanted me to write erotica, and I just didn't want to do it. And I thought it was too easy at the time because I was still doing porn. And then I progressively had more and more female fans come to me and say, I really love your work. I want to see what you would write if you decided to write something. And 50 Shades of Grey happened, and a lot of people associated me with the book because of the name. And my agent came back to me and said, okay, if you're ever going to do this, this would probably be the right time. And I was still really intimidated, but I started reading what else was out there, and I felt like there wasn't much erotica, or contemporary erotica rather, that I could relate to. The stories were for a different generation. They weren't for my generation, so I thought that I can contribute something authentic because of my experiences and because of my age as well.
Said don't look back, don't believe him. Go for that crazy.
You know, I decided to make Catherine a film student because film was one of my first loves. And she starts to have these fantasies and desires that she can't explain. And I went through a similar phase like that in my life, but I had porn as an outlet to fulfill those desires, and Catherine doesn't. But obviously, she, even though we go on different paths, we are still both very self-aware people, and I wanted that to be a part of her character, and that's why Anna was actually such an important character, because I wanted that contrast between the two. But we definitely, Catherine and I have different ideas on love. I'm not so cynical.
Could you compare the writing of this book to your first shooting you ever made, a sex scene or for a feature film?
God, no. It's a completely different thing. No, not at all. Not at all. One is much more physically stimulating than the other. I guess they're both as exciting, and you know, when I shot my first scene, it was for one of the best companies in the adult industry, and I got really lucky with that. And I was working with the most professional company, the most professional performers. So yeah, I guess with the Juliet Society, I've been lucky enough to have my book published by some of the best publishers in the world, and that's a great feeling. So I guess that's like a slight comparison.
Do you find yourself somehow lost after competing on the porn industry?
I wouldn't say lost, but I miss the consistency. I miss having a structure and knowing that this is my job, and this is my art, and this is my life, and this is what I'm confident in doing. And I have an entire fan base that exists, and that's helped me survive because they love my work in porn. And once I quit, all of that was gone. So I was taking on new ventures, whether it was continuing to write screenplays, acting, and DJing, making music. None of those things are real jobs. I mean, you know, we're just all big kids just trying to figure life out. And so yes, of course, it's definitely intimidating, and it's a constant hustle. And that's why I'm still in shock with the Juliet Society, because so many people were excited that I was going to write this book, even if it was erotica. They were excited to hear something from me, and it was a really nice, humbling feeling.
How is real life Marina different from Sasha Grey?
How am I different? I think it's a confidence thing. I don't think that I'm a different person or a character, but for instance, right now, there's cameras in front of me, so I'm more confident. If I'm on stage somewhere, I'm more confident because I'm aware that people are watching me. Those things really boost anybody's confidence, I think, unless you're completely afraid of the camera. When I'm with fans, and like last night signing autographs, you know, I appreciate things like that, so it changes my personality a little bit. But in my day-to-day life, I'm probably a lot more shy and reserved when I don't know people. When I'm with my friends, I'm normal and I like to have a good time, and I'm probably a lot goofier and less serious than people think I am, because I'm very serious about the things I do, but that doesn't mean I'm not a dork.
what about music? How big is it in your life?
Huge. I love music. You know, I couldn't believe I forgot about Sepultura all week. And I was here, and last night I was like, fuck. And on my DJ computer, I don't have a lot of metal because I never get the opportunity to play it. So I was kind of bummed out I didn't have any Sepultura with me.
That's a tricky one. 5 things that come to your mind when you think of Brazil.
Wow. Music, food, women, nature, sleep.